She set up a camera as little as a matchbook and said, "You may begin your plea." I was going to be calm in the video. It was time for a plan, not a meltdown. There wasn't much else to do in detention, so why not mull over and over how to ask your family to forgive you for being a horrible daughter? A couple other detained girls gave me advice during meals. "Don't be too serious," one said. "Be super serious," someone else said. "Bring up stories to remind your family how much they love you. Show you learned your lesson, that you don't need to be taught one. Be funny. Be remorseful. No matter what, don't lose it." But as soon as the camera beeped and the blinking light turned solid to record my plea, I dissolved into the screaming girl on display right now. I can't take my eyes off the Violetta on screen. How different she is from me now. She had hope. "I'm sorry. Sorry for everything, and I swear I'll listen and make better decisions, I promise." On the TV, I finished my plea. "Please, let me come home," is the last thing I say, through sniffles and more snot. The screen darkens as the fluorescents come back to life. I blink to adjust to the light. The sentencing room is stifling. One wall has a window with black glass, while the others are painted indigo. A light bulb is above the TV, and the door next to the screen makes a horrible ka-chink when the bar to unlock it opens. My reflection reveals nothing once my face fades from the screen. My eyes look shrunken and dim, as if there's nothing behind them. Who could forgive me? Because of the lights and the itchiness of my clothes, it's tough to keep my shoulders back or my head lifted. All I want to do is curl into a ball and rest. Beside me on the couch, Counselor Susan looks like a professional in a blazer and heels, her hair in a bun, her super thin legs crossed. She smiles at me with ruby lips and blushed cheeks, as if there may be good news on the way. She didn't see my parents after my sister's death 3 weeks ago. The disgust that clouded their faces, how quickly they turned away from me. I shiver and mumble how cold it is, even though it's not, with the lights beaming down on me. I jump at her hand on my shoulder. "Violetta," my counselor says. "I asked if you were ready." I stare at her for a moment before it hits me. My trimmed nails dig into my skin. I think I nod. "Okay." She smiles again, but it's strained. "Would you like me to explain things once more? About what will happen next?" I think I shake my head no. I think I blink. I think I breathe. But I have no idea because all of this feels unreal, like I'm watching myself again. My little sister is dead. I'm here waiting to know if I'll be forgiven or not under juvenile law. I'm one of those kids, the type who needs to face justice before they can rejoin society. I've heard about juvenile offenders. My parents tisk-tisked whenever news about them came on. "Don't be like them. Be better," Mom or Dad said before changing the channel from the news to a cooking show or a sitcom. A click of the remote erased someone else's reality in favor of something with a happier ending. "Always be better," they encouraged. Be better than the terrified teen who didn't want their parents to find out they were pregnant, so they hid their growing belly, then threw the newborn out like trash. The ones who got in fights that went wrong way too fast, resulting in casualties. The ones who carried weapons that accidentally went off in school or in someone's hands at home, or worse, those who used them purposely on others. Supposedly, those teens were a whole other group. Not me. Not my family. Yet here I am. One of those kids who screwed up so badly I need to be made an example of. I must have given her some kind of signal because Counselor Susan says, "If the light is blue, you're forgiven and you can go back to your family. If it's red,